Hey guys, how's it going? Dexstar here for another lesson from dexstar.net on the guitar. So here's what's happening. This is the E chord. Now the E chord is the third in a series of chords that we've been learning. So we learned the A chord, first of all, which was just that. We had the D chord, which was moved down onto the last few strings. Now the E chord is a brilliant chord because it's the first chord that we're going to learn where we actually strum all of the strings, so all 6 strings. And you do get a great sound from this chord, so it's one of my favourite. So let me break down what's happening. We have first a thickest string just here. The name of that string is the E, and that's the note that gives this chord its name. So there's the E just there. And then what we're going to do, the first finger is going to be, if we're counting from the thinnest string, we've got the first string here, the thinnest string, we're up onto the 3rd string just there. And this one's in the 1st fret. So here's the 1st fret in between these 2 markers, 2nd fret just here. So press your finger down on 1, 2, 3rd string in, and try picking that note just there. You can see I'm picking that down there. And make sure we're getting a not buzzy sound. If you put your finger too far this way, you'll get a buzzy sound. Or if you're on too much of the fleshy part of your finger, because it's a bit squidgy there, that bit of your finger will also buzz the string. So going a bit more onto the tip. Don't try and catch it with your finger now, because that's kind of painful. Put your finger just there, picking that string out just there. And that is the first note of our E chord. Next we're going to take our middle finger, and that's going to come up and it's going to play, again counting from the thinnest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's on this 5th string just here, which is known as the A string, and we're going to play in the 2nd fret. So here's the 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, we're in the 2nd. And we're going to play that one. And if we try just picking that string, so you can see down here I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, picking that string there, that's where our 2nd finger goes. So they're the 2 strings we've got at the minute. And then this 3rd finger is going to go on the string in between. So if we're counting from the thinnest, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to go on the 4th string there, and it's going to be in the 2nd fret again. So careful not to slide it into the 3rd fret. So you can see we want it in the 2nd fret just here. And the 3 strings that we've got fingers on, so again, we're not playing the thickest just yet. That next string, next string, next string, they're the 3 where our fingers are. You may find it sounds a little bit buzzy to start with. That's okay if it's a little bit buzzy. Try and fix it again by moving your fingers around using a different bit of your finger. If it's just a bit buzzy and you can't get it, if you try it tomorrow, you might get it because your fingers will get stronger. As you press them down, again, you've got your thumb behind the guitar, squeezing the guitar neck, you're gradually going to build some muscle. You could be a big, I've taught big, massive, kind of chunky men before, and you know, some of them have struggled with this, and I've said, well, it's because your fingers aren't strong enough, and they've looked at me, gone out, because I'm quite a weedy chap, and I'm saying, well, no, it's not those kind of muscles, it's these little muscles which we don't often use, you know, for, you know, lifting massive bricks above our heads. It's, you know, it's these little tiny guitar muscles that we need, which we need to build up. So you can see over time they will get a little bit stronger. So if they're a bit buzzy, not to worry, it will get better. So the thing to do is just play it a little bit buzzy for a while, some of the other chords as well. If it's a little bit buzzy, that's fine. Try it again tomorrow. It'll sound a bit better as your fingers recover and get stronger. So it's good. So that's the E chord there. So we had those 3 notes just there. So again, 1st finger, 1, 2, 3. 2nd finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th string in the 2nd fret, this one. And the 3rd finger is tucking underneath that 2nd finger just there. And this one, every single string. And that's the E chord just there. And again, pick through. If you're picking a string like this one here, if they've got the thinnest string, the next one there, if you pick that one and that one's buzzy, well, we don't have a finger on that, so why is that buzzy? And sometimes it's because this finger here can lean down and touch that next string. So careful, even though it's in the 1st fret, that it's not leaning down and touching that string. If I lean that finger back up, that can cause an issue. That's it. And if you pick the last string and that one's buzzy, sometimes it's often because the back of your hand is touching that thinnest string. So you might be playing the shape, but the back of the hand is leaning over and muting that thinnest string just there. So very careful that your hand's not touching there. So just put a bit of air in your hand there, just to leave a gap, and you'll get that note there. You'll just be strumming it out. That's great. And then, once you've got that chord and you're feeling comfortable, try and move back to the D, move back to the A. They all sound great with each other. And just go between them, even randomly. And it might be slow to start with, But if you start on Monday, you might have A, move to D, move to A, may take some time to get the shape, back to D. On Tuesday it will sound a little bit faster, on Wednesday a little bit faster, Thursday, and so on. And you'll gradually keep moving between them and they'll get faster. And that's what we're looking for there. Moving between his chords nice and smoothly. And just remember, A chord is 5 strings. Don't catch that thickest one. The D chord's just the 4 strings. If you play those strings with it, it sounds kind of muddy. So you just want the 4 strings to strum there. And then the E chord is all 6 strings. Sounds really cool. Have some fun with that, guys. I'll see you for another lesson sometime soon.